President Biden is now considering taking executive action to curb the crisis, his crisis, at our border. I thought he said he couldn't do that, though. Well, desperate times. More than 7.2 million illegal immigrants have crossed our southwest border under President Biden's watch. But just last month, the president claimed he's done everything he can do without Congress.
Have you done everything you can do with executive authority? Or is there more you could do absent President?
All I can do. Give me the power. I've asked for the very day I got in office. Give me the border patrol. Give me the people. Give me the people, the judges. Give me the people who can stop this and make it work right.
Lucas Tomlinson is live for us at the White House. Lucas.
Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Critics say President Biden's had 3 years to reverse himself and bring back those Trump-era policies that he scrapped on his first day in office. Now, the White House isn't ruling that out, but they're not confirming it either, Harris. They're saying in a statement, quote, "No executive action, no matter how aggressive, can deliver the significant policy reforms and additional resources Congress can provide, and that Republicans rejected." And with Texas Governor Greg Abbott sealing his state's border with Mexico, it appears the smugglers have turned to California for the main effort to get more migrants into the country. In recent days, thousands have come to the southern border of the United States from West Africa, Central Asia, Europe, Southeast Asia, and other African countries. Migrant encounters on the southern border have skyrocketed since President Biden took office. More than 7.2 million over the past 3 years. That's more than 3 times greater than the Trump years and Obama's second term. Republicans reacted earlier from CPAC and appeared to threaten a government shutdown until the border is fixed.
We have 7.3 million people who've come into this country illegally. 7.3 million, and Joe Biden wants to make it an even 10 million. That's insane. No country would ever tolerate this. And so my position to my colleagues on Capitol Hill is clear. You either secure the border or you get no money for the government.
And AOC said earlier that she's against any executive actions from President Biden and said any kind of Trump impersonations is not how you beat him. Ladies?
Yes,
Jen?
I heard that from AOC. Very interesting. Thank you very much. All right, so you want to be like Trump at this point because those policies work. But if you're Joe Biden and you're too much like Trump, what happens?
Well, as Lucas pointed out, Democrats are angry about Joe Biden considering...
Will they not vote for Biden then?
Well, they may, but they're going to give political pushback for him, right? But it goes to the point that if Democrats are angry at border security, it begs the question, do we really think the Senate Democrat-led border security bill was really border security? Of course it wasn't. They don't want border security. And by the way, this is all window dressing. Joe Biden's talking about 8,500 migrants a day coming into the country. That's over 3 million a year. If you get over 3 million, then he's willing to shut down the border. This is complete insanity. And by the way, I just want to call your attention back to in 2018, all of the former first ladies who are alive called out the family separation at the border. They all did it, including Melania Trump, Carter, Clinton, Michelle Obama. Where are all the first ladies right now talking about all these little girls who are being sexually abused and raped at the southern border? There's complete silence from all of them, which begs the question that this is just a political issue that's being bounced around because they like the policy, but they have no concern for the kids at the border.
Emily?
Yeah. It just strikes me, everyone, that for 3 years we've now been inundated, rightly so, with the tragedies at the southern border and the tragedies that affect every family in every state throughout the country because of fentanyl and because of the sexual assault, the human trafficking, everything. And the only thing that moved the needle of the person in the White House was the threat of losing votes. Think about how many families have testified in front of Congress. Yeah. How many people have pled on air to say, please, not me, not my 60-year-old mother that got punched in the face multiple times here in the city, or the stories go on. And the only thing the president cared about was losing votes. And that's why the only reason he's trying to curry favors from students now, let's diminish debt. Everything is about the vote for him. That tells you all that you need to know. It is such a tragedy, and it is all within his ability to fix.
And he's willing to buck the U.S. Supreme Court to pay off to bail out those people with their debt on student loans. Yeah. So what makes us think that even if they'd gotten a border bill, he'd follow it? See, I don't think he would.
Well, I think this was the border bill would have hamstrung the next president to actually secure the border, which is why I think Donald Trump was opposed to it, and a lot of Republicans also came out against it. By the way, we just have to recall that Joe Biden signed over 90 executive orders to undo what Donald Trump had done.
No, we remember. It hasn't been that long ago,
Yeah.
right? And just remember they had HR 2 last summer too. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, but it would have taken Democrats coming to the table, and they were kicking the legs off the table and tipping it over. You know what? It just said on the screen right there that the amount of illegals that have come over under Biden's watch equals that or is more than 36 individual states. So let's just take Wisconsin, for example, as one of those states. Let's just take that off the map of the United States and then put the population of the people who came across the southwest border under his watch in place of Wisconsin.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's a great way to think about it. Biden needs this problem to go away. Has to go away because it is number one in some polls. It is a top 3 issue in almost all polls. Has to have it go away. So what's he going to do? CNN reports he might use Section 212F of the Immigration Nationality Act, which gives the president the authority to suspend the entry of all aliens or any class of aliens. Trump tried to do this in 2018. He was struck down by a federal appeals court. But I bring that up because a federal appeals court ruling gives President Biden a roadmap for how to tailor an executive order to use the expansive power Congress has given you in a way that it will stand muster at the Supreme Court. So he might do that. He might call a national emergency, which would be interesting and give him a lot of power, would free up some funding. Or, as one aide said, he might just be floating ideas around and they might not actually do anything, which is a signal to progressives, don't worry, we might not do anything. The bottom line is he needs to go this way. If he was smart, use all the executive power you have. Progressives will come home to you, but make this problem go away.
Yeah, and every time he uses something that Trump did, Trump will call out, thank you for
Yes.
putting that back on
Yes,
the books.
right.
That was my idea. That's why he doesn't want to do it.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kayleigh McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.